The Krak-on Splat Roller. Sharing a kit with the custom Eliter 4K, it comes with squid beacons and Kraken. You know me, I am not great with squid beacons, but they do have their uses. It's an odd choice for a Slayer weapon like this that can't terribly paint well, especially at range, but it does occasionally have some synergy on maps like Flounder. Kraken, however, is actually a pretty decent option to actually force yourself into spots. Even if you are a little vulnerable at the end of using it, it is still a pretty nice way to actually get some traction whenever you are being forced back pretty difficultly. If you can't paint for it very easily, then you're going to have some trouble, but if your teammates are painting you in, then you should have a pretty easy time still putting out some paint and getting enough splats to actually be getting this pretty decently often. The weapon itself, like I said before, is a very close range Slayer. Has a kill cone on it, which can miss sometimes, and it has an odd hitbox too, but this is just kind of how all rollers are, since they're similar to a slosher where it takes a little bit of time for the actual projectile to hit the ground. It can feel odd and sometimes miss even if it looked like it didn't. Of course, for this weapon specifically, the damage is actually pretty high on it at very close ranges. You're going to be getting one-shots a lot of the time so long as you are within the kill cone, and even if you are a little further out, it's not too terrible for chip damage. Of course, you don't want to be playing it too much for chip damage if you are by yourself, but if you are just kind of in a firefight with your teammates, it's just kind of a nice thing to lay down some damage and help maybe your teammates combo with something. Vertical flicks are something that I've never been particularly great with, especially on this weapon. I enjoy them a little more on carbon since they're so quick, but this one, since it's slower, is a little bit harder to land, even if it does do quite a bit more damage at a longer range. Definitely one of my weaker spots with the weapon. It's pretty good for poking ledges though, and even the horizontal is not terrible at poking ledges as well. It's just a very nice thing to have, especially if you're playing stealthy, which this weapon likes to do since it doesn't have a great entry tool. And just being able to poke those ledges either with the longer vertical or the shorter but wider horizontal flick is pretty nice to have. Either way, you know the drill. We'll go for 3 wins, and if we get 3 in a row without any losses, we'll go for a 4th one. I'll see you in the first match. All right, match number 1, double Krak-on with our Tetradillies. That's an interesting matchup. They don't have a charger, thankfully, so we don't have to worry too much about getting sniped from long distances. Still need to be careful here. I am just going to throw some verticals for poking and just back up because the blaster is trying to be aggressive here. In fact, they're trying to double team, so we're going to try to stop them from doing that. I don't really know where the slosher's at. I'm going to guard my Krak-on friend here. All right, you're down. Oh, you had a plan there. He very much had a plan. That is the new one. It has splashdown. It does not have bubble, so I do need to be careful about that. We're losing. We lost everyone. That's not good. This is a good weapon to be stealthy with, if you can, if you have the paint for it. If you don't have the paint for it, you might struggle a little bit. It can paint okay, burst-wise, but it's not perfect. All right, we'll take you out. Hopefully that doesn't take me out. Got her recovered. Got to try to at least. All right, we're just going to roll right on over you. It is helpful to get up close and personal with the player, too, because there is a kill cone on it. Unfortunately, I believe those are the glue guys. Yes, that picked me off there. We're just kind of struggling getting into mid. Again, our team is very interesting with paint. We do like a midline, and our painting options are rollers, which are not great at painting. So we just need to try to paint ourselves in, and that's what we're going to try to do here. You can again paint yourself in okay. It's not great, especially if they have mid-range options. Yeah, and he just kept pressing there. We didn't have a teammate helping us kind of keep our backs safe. Again, this is just going to be rough. Thankfully, it seems like they are just kind of stalling, but if they're going to keep this ambush game up, we can't really do much. We don't have bombs to poke with. The only bomb we have is this guy's bomb, and we have a wall, and that's about it for range stuff. Beacons aren't doing anything for us at all, which is not nice. I should have probably just waited here. And I can't even get close much to this slosher, so we're going to try to do everything we can. But again, if I were better with the vertical fix, we might be able to do a little more, but this is just an incredibly rough matchup-wise. This is why, again, I've complained about it quite a bit before, but anarchy matchmaking, not fun whenever it does stuff like this. There needs to be a little bit of a semblance there. Gonna try to get in close there, but our paint is pretty much immediately removed. again, if we're struggling with paint, which this weapon just does struggle a lot with on its own, it's gonna be a rough match. We had a good match before this, but unfortunately, this one was just not supposed to go very well. Okay, so we're dealing with blasters this time, which can be a little scary. This guy also outranges us, so we do need to be careful and just try to be stealthy. We did lose 2 people right off the bat, so we are immediately on the back foot. We're gonna just play this stealthily here. Unfortunately, another team with not great paint. We do have a well string though, which is nice. I don't expect our dualies to be painting very much. That's why I don't really consider him much for paint, but he can if he absolutely has to. Try to help our friend in that fight. It did go well. They're still pushing though. Okay, they're not pushing anymore. Range blaster, get close to him, take him out. That is one nice thing. You do have a decent kill confirm at very close ranges. Just remember, you have a kill cone. So if you do miss someone that's moving pretty quickly, you like that, you know, you can very easily just miss them. All right, take you out. All right, I'm just going to retreat now because our teammates are probably going to be able to easily bring up the back line now. I can use our ninja squid to move in nicely, attack over the ledge there. Remember, you are similar to a slosher where you do have that ability to actually attack over ledges and stuff. Sacrificed his life to get me off of the platform, so I guess that was smart of him. So that was the last thing he could really do there. All right, we're going to get right back in. So I don't think they saw me yet. That autobomb did not lock onto me. All right, good. Gonna keep just attacking up here, maybe taking out their NZAP and just trying to be a nuisance on this ledge because, again, I've said this before, but this is a great ledge poking weapon. Did get attacked by the decent ledge under ledge poking weapon, but that's fine because our teammates were bringing up that backline pretty well and we were able to secure the win. Okay, so since we do have a very good amount of paint this time, we trussed out the wall string for the Aniki Nova, which will be nice. They'll be getting a lot of inkjets for us. We do need to be careful. They do have a lot of paint on their team, so they can get rid of ours pretty easily if we give up some space. So I think what we'll want to do, I believe someone really likes their sub-weapons. That's what it feels like right now. All right, we'll try to take 2 out there. I only got 1. Thankfully, he only has enough. Is it double auto? No, they're just throwing quite a few auto bombs. It is a very heavy sub-weapon team, though, because that's what those weapons like to do. Oh, I'm sorry, friend. I tried. I really did. Nice. Okay. Teamwork. Teamwork. Gonna slosh this over the tower pole. Is this guy still over here? He is not. He's moving around this way. Get rid of their stringer. I'm gonna try to slide forward. I'm gonna get uncovered by that. Hopefully they didn't see any little movement there, or they will be able to stop me. Can't trade there, but they have some heavy damage. I'm gonna go ahead and just crack in now. Try to scare them backwards. Block off their movement space here. Telegraph that I am going to throw a charge attack out there. We did lose a lot of people, so we do need to be careful. If they throw a bomb down here, I'm probably in trouble. But they don't quite know I'm here yet, so I maybe want to try for a flank if they don't see me. Thankfully, our friend did get a shot off over there, so that's nice. All right, that's good. He already had some damage, so the kill cone was a little more consistent there. Nice. Oh, tried to do the flick there. Thankfully, he didn't really close in the kill there. He was afraid of my one shot, which is nice. You do have some pressure with that. Slide right on this way. Okay, that was a little bit too quick of a trigger pull there. They still aren't too inclined to actually attack me because they do have some more scary threats there. Their stringer is getting oddly close in. I'm gonna try to help you out, my friend. If he gets into a fight, I do want to maybe help him clean up. Down here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and crack in. Yeah, you can't really do much against me. And just try to get as much damage as we can off. Alright, he's probably gonna start shooting at me, so we just need to be careful. Gonna help anyone who's trying to climb on tower. We have the lead now, not a very large lead though. So we're just going to try to poke this ledge here, make sure they can't actually attack that. Our friend got 2 kills. I need to start moving in. Pick up any free kills along the way that they're not really looking for. I do have Kraken now. You can get your Kraken a lot if you are fighting very heavy paint teams. And these guys are really just feeding. Like, that was not a really smart move since he did have a bomb. And they really couldn't do much against the inkjet, especially since they were backed up to their platform. So thankfully, since our friends are just painting so much, allowing us to, you know, just kind of support any kills that they weren't getting, since they were getting quite a few. It was really nice work of our teammates there. Okay, so we need to be careful of the brush, since they are a very flank heavy weapon similar to us. And they can very easily trap us with a bomb. So if we are just hiding in a patch of ink and a random stray bomb comes at us, we have to be careful. Double backline is also going to be a bit of an issue for us, because we do have some issues pushing up against these guys. We're going to try this here. All right, that was a bad aim on my part. I probably could have actually swatted him there, but that's fine. Go ahead and throw this out. I'm sorry, friend. I tried to block the bomb, but I could not get up on tower in time. All right, stay alive. So we are going to jump up here. Try to take our friend out. So that is where the hitbox on the roller is a bit odd. You saw I did swat there, but not a single hit went off. It's a peculiar hitbox for sure. Even when you are tracking, you know, it's not like a slosher. Sometimes you will just miss that shot. Who is... Okay, that is still the roller. Or not the roller. Used to be a roller, but now it's a brush. And this is a very fast weapon anyways, just for skirmishing. Alright, yeah, if you rush me, I'm fine, because you don't... So brushes are easily able to pick you off if you are surprised, but if you're not surprised by them, you can easily just kind of back them off, because you do have higher damage per hit. You're just going to rush, so hopefully I can get something going off here, at the very least with the Kraken. Going to try to play this correctly here with our friend in these firefights. Gonna back away from our Hydra friend though. Hopefully he doesn't have enough charge to do the much. Alright, we'll come from behind on our team. Try to get this brush. Not really sure what he's doing. I thought I was out of the range of that. That's why I didn't make a defensive play there. I was still trying to attack. Unfortunately, it did not roll far enough. I did just kind of blind that. And again, this is where the bombs can be annoying, because you do struggle sometimes to move out of the way of them. I see our friend here. You're gonna get swatted, because it is, again, this is an amazing sharking weapon. This is the sharking weapon. You have decent range on that one shot, so if you can hit it while someone is not trying to evade you, it's pretty nice. And you can tell that I really like to use it for that instead of, you know, just being purely aggressive. Alright, you are trying to ninja squid your way around. I'm not gonna let you. Alright, we're just gonna back right on up here. Hydra is actually pretty far down here. I do hear the brush moving. See, you saw the hitbox just kind of go straight over that guy, which can be bad. Take out the Hydra there. Again, he's doing very weird flanking attempts, so we'll just stop him with that. Take care of you. I see the brush now. We'll just wait him out. Get him some, maybe with some damage. This is where you probably want to use your vertical flick a little more for some of that reach. Even if it's not terribly high damage, any damage will help in long games like that. Okay, he did just laser me down there. We're still fine, though. All right, go ahead and Kraken. Use this to kind of back them off, maybe scare them a little bit. Yes, I do know there's server maintenance going on to date the video a little bit. Try to help our friend out there. I'm sorry I didn't have enough range on that. I'm just trying to be sure that I hit consistent damage when I am trying to beat Chip and not just, you know, go for the pinpoint strikes. All right, keep hiding down here. They still don't really expect us, you know, since they're not shooting at us immediately here. So I'm just going to try to slowly... Oh, I hit him with some damage. We can actually open our map here. Find out where he's at. He still had some damage on him, so he's going to be right down here. Okay, that didn't happen. I think he bumped into me, but I did miss that one. That wasn't one where it looked like it should have hit him. It was just one that went completely behind him. Gonna jump in here. Our nice... unfortunate that there was a suction bomb there, but our nice stealth jump will help us if we do get into a bad situation there. We'll jump into our in-parry friends. Take you out. I don't think he expected me to move immediately. So that kind of gave me... And thankfully our friends did paint over that spot, so that was great for us. Nice. Okay, I do have to make a quick move here to get this jump. Punish this. Alright, that's fine. Nice. Good deal. Good deal. They can't really stop me here unless they get some range on me. But he did just run straight at me. This is kind of their final gambit, and they really couldn't do much because This thing is strong if you get it into a good position where people can't immediately start affecting it. I was right behind that soundboard wall thing there, pillar, post, whatever you want to call it, and the tower was also blocking them. The best thing they could have done is throw a splat bomb at me, but they chose to actually engage with their main weapon, which was not great for them because splatter shot didn't have a clear shot and the brush was just way too close to actually survive a normal flick there. So very, very, very nice third win. And there's 3 wins with the Krak-on Splat Roller after an abysmal first match that we did not play very well at all. We could have used our vertical flicks better there, of course, and we could have also tried to paint for Kraken a little bit more. It's just that since Kraken might not end very well there, since they were just very good at keeping us locked out, I don't really see if we could have changed that. It would definitely been the better play there in that first match to actually, you know, just farm for Kraken and try to use it, because it was better than what we were doing, which was just feeding into the enemy team. At the very least, we would have had something to maybe scare them off for a little bit. But even if that did happen, you know, it could have just very easily got us locked back up, because it's just not a terribly amazing weapon if you don't have a lot of paint to move around with. You saw in those later matches that since our teammates were just getting a lot of kills and painting for us, we were able to sit in some pretty comfortable positions, and even if we didn't always get the most kills in a match, it was nice to just be able to clean up anyone who wasn't expecting us, especially if they were rushing towards the objective. We could easily just pop right behind them or just stop them from running straight towards the objective because they didn't know we were there, thanks to our ninja squid. Either way, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a comment below and maybe even consider subscribing. Until next time.